But what I want to talk to you guys today about is the difference between living an easy life and living a wild life. And I had just a really great experience this morning at breakfast where I was checking in. I'm going to share that in just a little bit. I might just move over here. I think the light's going to be a little bit better. Let me check back in the pool. So, hope you guys are doing super well. We are here in paradise. We're just staying at Anantara Uluwatu. It's a pretty special place. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. So shout out to the team here at Anantara. But what I want to talk today about, guys, what I want to talk today about is about living a good life, living an easy life, living a wild life. And, you know, we get the benefit and the joy of traveling around the world. And we've worked with thousands and thousands, I think probably even now hundreds of thousands of people in our live work. And we obviously get a lot of comments and a lot of engagement, that sort of stuff. It's all fantastic stuff. And what I find is for a lot of people that they think that the opposite of living a hard life, where life is difficult, where there's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, a lot of pain, a lot of struggle at times, a lot of suffering at times, they think the opposite of that is living an easy life. And I can't tell you how many people that I speak to, whether they want to admit it or not, and plenty of them have admitted it, they could just consider that their life would be better if it was just easier, that they just want to live an easier life, and they want to have less money problems, they want to have less relationship problems, less health problems, and of course their focus is all about their problems, about their challenges, about the blocks and barriers, and they think that a good life, a meaningful life, a successful life, a happy life is a life without those problems, as if they could just get rid of the problems, then everything would be better. And what I want to share with all of you is that the opposite of a hard life, the opposite of a painful life, opposite of a life that's suffering, is not an easy life. In fact, it's the same experience, it's just different. And what we want to actually have is a wild life, and I want to share about that on this video. So the story I want to share with you guys real quick, and by the way, I'm going to be going deep into some of these things and showing you really how to live a wild life. And wild means wellness, income, love and lifestyle, and direction. So how do you find the best of everything in those areas? I'm going to share more of that at selfmasteryevent.com, so go and check that out. But in essence, and I hope everybody here in Anantara is enjoying the content as much as you guys are as well, because we're in the pool and there's a series of different bedrooms above me. But in essence, today we're upstairs, and if you haven't checked out the Instagram photos and stuff, go and check it out. But I was upstairs and I've noticed the head chef at Anantara has been paces every day around. He has a conversation with as many different people as he possibly can, and there's a difference between just wanting to do outstanding customer service and just being genuinely bored in what you're doing. And I think it's the case that he's genuinely bored in what he's doing. The truth is, ladies and gentlemen, that I actually had a good conversation with him today, and this is a chef that's worked around the world, originally from the UK, enjoys socializing with people, used to work in China, in 2 different cities in China, in Singapore and Hong Kong, and now works in Bali. His wife happens to be Indonesian, and so they've come here to sort of retire. And you can tell it's somebody that enjoys his work, he's passionate about his work, but unfortunately, for want of a better word, has lost that loving feeling simply because of the fact that he's no longer challenged, he's no longer stimulated. Anantara would experience maybe maximum 100 guests at any one point in time, and he is a chef that wants to be challenged and stimulated, and he's running a breakfast buffet. Now, it's an outstanding breakfast buffet, don't get me wrong, but it's not a challenging experience in his life, and as a result of that, he's feeling bored. And I can tell that only because of the fact that I've worked with so many people, and you can tell by just looking at his energy and his just desire to connect and to try and create something to actually happen in his day, that you can tell that's the case. So clearly what's happened is, at some point, I'm making a lot of assessments and assumptions, but I'm not really talking about the chef, I'm talking about you. Clearly, he's looked at his life and the challenges of working in some of the busiest cities in China and maybe some of the busiest cities in Asia, and the hustle and bustle of that, and gone, geez, I wish things were easier. Let's move to Bali, and if we move to Bali, things will be easier. Well, the truth is things are easier, but that doesn't mean that it's more enjoyable. It doesn't mean to say it's more fulfilling, and it doesn't mean to say it's actually bringing you any more happiness, because true happiness comes from a place of fulfillment, where it's not happiness in the moment like a sugar rush, but it's happiness in the sense that you are becoming a better person. And Miha Csikszentmihalyi, and that's actually a real person, wrote an incredible book around flow, which is that flow or meaning or fulfillment or joy or satisfaction or transcendence in your work and your life occurs on an axis between your challenges and your capabilities. And he is an incredibly capable man that's no longer challenged, therefore he has a lack of meaning in his life. And you know, I say this, and I don't want to speak out of turn about the guy that I was talking about, but I just simply share that because there's so many people I speak to that are on one or two axes. They're either overwhelmed and frustrated, or they're they're bored and frustrated, but either way, they're still frustrated. Because if you want to live a meaningful life, a wild life is about having challenge. But that doesn't mean to say it has to be painful. It's about having conflict between where you are and where you want to be in your life, not conflict between people, conflict in your health, conflict in your relationships, conflict in your finances. It's about having meaningful challenge that requires you to be more than you currently are and to go to the next level. And so for you in your own life, I would just get you to just do a quick audit. That's all I want you to do today, is just do an audit and to consider where in your life are you experiencing challenge? Where in your life are you experiencing some friction? And is your mindset wanting to rise to the occasion, wanting to manipulate that experience so that you can desire and become more in your life, or are you just simply looking for it to be easier? Because if you're looking for it to be easier, there's nothing wrong with that, but unfortunately you're not going to grow as part of that. Because ease is a greater detriment to progress than hardship. I didn't say that, Denzel Washington said that. Ease is a greater detriment to progress than hardship. And when we want things to be easy, we get it to be easier. However, very quickly we become bored of that and we want to try and create a challenge only so that we can then become more and try to do more and achieve more in our lives. So I want to share that with you. I'm going to be doing a national tour. And if you missed the tour, don't worry. You can come and check us out online as well with other things. But I want you to go to selfmasteryevent.com. You can find out more about our free events and come and see me live and have the opportunity to connect and network with us and to be able to go to the next levels. Good luck and God bless. Lots of love. Remember to be bold, have fun, make an impact. Remember to live a wild life. And I'll see you guys on the wild side.